Alright, I just wanted to make a quick video showing you how easy this dash came out of here. I basically watched videos on YouTube and they took me where I needed to be. Okay, let me show you. Now this is pretty much all the bolts and stuff that it took to get this dash out. It's not very much. The video I was watching, I didn't realize the guy's taking these bolts out. I think there's like 3 on the passenger side and at least 2 on the driver's side, but then there was some that looked like that up in here. You have to find a few up in here, above where the steering wheel goes. I took out these. They were little black bolts and I don't think they had to come out. Some of the videos, they start taking apart all of this. I think they take the airbag out. You don't need to. Don't take none of this apart. You just need to take the main bolts apart. There's some up there. They connect to these metal rods. Boom, boom. Then there was some down in here, I think. I don't know if you can see. Sorry, guys. Anyway, somewhere down in there, when this is all still hooked up, there's 2 big bolts. And then were the last 2 I couldn't find because I didn't really know what I was looking for. When I was on the passenger side, it's the same thing. I think I took out some little black, like 8mm, and it was all the bigger bolts that needed to come out. You can definitely see my heater core is not looking too good on the bottom here. And it was like a little bit wet inside the box that comes out. So it took me about a couple hours. I had to do it in the dark with some flashlights and whatnot, because it's getting dark now here in Michigan real early. I just had basically this tool kit from like AutoZone, maybe a couple extra extensions and some swivels, but there's like ends up being 1 bolt. You have to go through this vent right here down there. But what you don't realize is you're looking for one of the big silver bolts. See, I took these 2 off first, thinking that was going to let it loose, and that's not it. And there's the same thing on the other side. If there's something like this, leave it alone. You're looking for big bolts that connect this to this. Looks like there was 1, 2, 3. And then once you unhook that, I did disconnect the shifter cable, and then you disconnect the steering, the shaft. Okay, this was the sketchiest part I'm gonna say about this, is messing with the AC part. Not sure if you have to take this off, but I think you do, because it's probably connected to that box condenser or something. So if your truck's this old, it's probably out of the Freon anyways. So like this was bolted up there, and this one, them 2 bolts, and it did like a little hiss, but that was it. My heater core was already unhooked. I had it bypassed. So you unhook that, and then there's like just a couple little bolts. I think there was like 1 under it. Can't remember if there's 1 down lower. This is one of them. There's one up in there that I think maybe snapped off. It just started spinning and wasn't doing anything on the firewall. So it's just a couple small bolts. I'll show you the little pile that came out. This is what I got. I got 6. Looks like 3 and 3. And possibly the one that broke off up in there. But it would have came off, I'm sure. It doesn't look like the same as these. Well, maybe it did. Oh, yeah, it probably was. Either way, it was gone. Fell right out. Okay, one thing was the guy watched. It was like 15-minute. It's not as hard as you think. It's a really good video. I'd watch that. There's a clip right here. I think this is for the airbag. I had to unclip that so that I could pull the dash back far enough to get that big black box out of there. I forgot to unhook my antenna, but I'll unhook that, unclip that. There's just a few bolts right here. You take apart your Freon thing. You got your vents popped out. I think this little handle, assuming it had to come out, everyone took it out. I'm not sure what it connected to. Maybe the little handle could have stayed, I'm not sure. Your radio's out at this point. Don't matter which order you take your trim off, your 8 pillars, and then this little kick panel thing. Mine's got all this rust down in here from my thing leaking. Once I unhooked all these, my lights just came on and stayed on. I'm assuming you're supposed to unhook your battery first. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the other side. I was really thinking my old truck was just gonna be kind of done for. And I was like, maybe I can try it. When I watched the videos before, the Freon parts made me nervous, but I was like, I gotta figure this out and go for it. Yeah, see, I think this is disconnected from this right here because I took the wrong bolts out. I needed to take the big bolts out. The only little black bolts are gonna be like the ones that are holding this dash in. Once you pop that off, and then there's like some across there and a couple over here. And then that whole top of your dash actually comes out super easy. It's crazy. But then from there, it's like mostly big bolts. And I think the video doesn't really tell you, hey, it's gonna be switching over to some big bolts, whatever. I don't think I can show you none of the shifter stuff right there. The little arm is on that. It just pops off with a screwdriver. And then you pop it out of its little thing right there so that it can slide back once all this slides forward. It's getting jammed up. Can't tell, it doesn't seem good. Trying to think of anything else crazy. I don't know. I would definitely say try it. It's not too hard. I hope this is just like a quick reference video for somebody. Just to show you don't take none of this stuff out of here like the one video showing. Really is just like, so some thinking some of these didn't. What would it have been? Some of these didn't have to come off, I'm guessing. 2 on each side. So it's just a few bolts. This is what holds your steering column thing together. And it's just a bunch of trim comes off. Might as well paint your trim before you put it back on so it looks cooler. And that's it, guys. I'm going to have my own Silverado back to life. Have a good day.